All right, we are back with Kevin Brennan. Yeah. We just heard a great set of music from you and really got to know a little bit more about you through your music. And you're a deep thinker, no doubt about it. And you are an old soul. And that's a really cool combination.
Thank you.
Really like your stuff. So tell us, Kevin, a little bit about you, where you were born and raised.
Well, I was born in Massachusetts, Western Mass, Northampton. I lived there till about 6. I grew up in Ohio, though.
Yeah.
And I've lived here about 10 years now.
All right. Well, I was born in Massachusetts, too.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember a thing about it. I was 6 weeks old, I think, when my parents moved. But yeah, very
You know
cool.
what else? Second person in a row that's been in here from Massachusetts.
That's true. That's true. That's pretty wild. Yes.
My mom's from Mass and my dad is from Texarkana.
Wow. I wonder how they meet. We're gonna ask. Mom and Dad, how'd y'all meet?
In college.
College.
In college.
All right. Very cool.
He saw me come down the stairs with my long hair falling down.
Fell in love.
Oh. Mesmerized him.
You know.
All right. So, do you feel like Texas is more home for you?
Now it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Not at first.
Yeah.
Took
Yeah.
a
It's an
while.
adjustment. It's a different way of life, isn't
Took
it?
a while to adjust. But
Yeah.
now I really love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as the songwriting community goes, it's very,
totally expanded me, and I've learned so much from my teacher here and everything.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And teaching, too.
Yeah.
The whole Western Mass area, we just call it Happy Valley.
Happy Valley.
And that was in the 70s.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons for it to be happy. But it was very creative.
Uh-huh.
Very big, very great musical community there. as
Right.
well. And
Cool.
Lots of, hanging out in houses and having a great time up in the woods and
Oh, yeah.
mountains of Western Mass. Beautiful
Yeah.
place for him to be born.
Yes.
Loved it.
Do you go back and visit where you were born?
Not quite very often. Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, when was it that you first figured out that you could write?
Well, I started learning. My dad plays guitar, and I started learning guitar around 11 or 12, but I couldn't really sing and play for a while, so I started with poetry. And then I started matching that when I could sing a song and play. I started singing my poetry or trying to write a song,
Right.
about 15 years old. And so that's when it all started.
Yeah, yeah. Well, poetry really, I mean, it is a song without the music, so if you can turn it around and put music to it, you got it made. So you're a step ahead right there.
That's right.
And plus having a dad playing guitar, that helped you too.
Yep.
And so that's just become your passion.
It
Because
is.
you work in a music store, correct?
I work at Texas Music Lab in Plano. It's a great
Yay.
independent music store. The owner, Jack Burris, is my teacher, and he's been my teacher for almost the whole time I've lived in Texas. And I've learned a lot from him.
Great. And you mentioned that you took some voice.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Garner was my voice teacher. He has a band called High South. He moved to Nashville, though, so we don't do lessons anymore.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
his band is pretty popular. It's a 3-songwriter group or whatever. So,
Oh, neat.
and Jamie Garner and I were kind of like neighbors, and so I started getting lessons and being friends with him, and it was really great.
Wonderful. And you do open mics and things like that as well?
Yep. I may have a gig in March playing at E.J. Will's Gastropub in McKinney.
Very nice.
It has to be booked. But,
Yeah, well,
so,
keep us posted so we can come see you.
for sure.
And you mentioned earlier that you had released an EP May of last year.
Right, I recorded my first CD at the Kitchen Studios in Dallas with Jess Spires and a few musicians backing me up. It's called Morning Sunshine. It's 6 songs, and also in the next several months we'll be finishing the album with another 6 songs with the same group.
Very cool. I bet you're excited about that.
It's very exciting.
Now, people can buy your music online or...
iTunes, Spotify, Google, Pandora, all the regular ones.
Right.
But
But it's
and on my
better to
website
come.
too.
It's better to come see you live because they can, get a signed copy from you then, right?
Right, and the music in the moment is always a little more, is a bit more magical, I guess.
Oh yes, definitely. So, in your spare time, what do you like to do?
Well, I've gotten a lot into exercising. I run with my dog. I walk my dog. And I also do a little bit of visual art. I listen to a lot of music. I think that half of songwriting is listening to music. And my influences are very strong inspirations to me. And
who are your influences?
Well, I have a broad range, but in particular, Pink Floyd, the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Grateful Dead, and then newer people such as Ryan Adams and David Gray and Jimmy LaFave, to name a few.
Yeah.
And they're really,
I hear so much Neil Young.
I love Neil
in
Young.
you. I really
He's one
do.
of my
That
favorites
was
for sure.
It's like boom when you started singing. You've got that natural tremolo to your voice. It's very cool. Very cool.
Thank you. Well, he's great. I love Neil Young just as much as the others.
When you're when you come up with a song, when you write a song, do you feel like it's more driven by the lyric or by the music? I mean, what comes first for you?
Generally, I've had a lot of different periods where it was like kind of maybe a different process. So I'm open to always trying new processes, and I don't try to get locked into one process. But say, let's see, the music usually comes first right now, and then I kind of find my melody, and then the words just flow through me and come out, and I edit them as I go. You know, like I've been to a couple workshops in Carville for the songwriting, and so gotten a lot out of that too.
Yeah. You feel like it comes pretty naturally, and it comes often, the music and words?
Yeah, the less I try to think about how to do it, the better it comes through.
Yeah. Well, they say we're the vessel, and, divine intervention gives us everything that we put out there. So, might be something to that, right?
That's right.
Oh, so Barbara.
I just had a question.
Yeah, I know you did. She just slinked over here. I'm like, I think Barbara has a question.
Well, I'm wondering, like 5 or 10 years from now, where do you see yourself with your music?
That's hard to imagine. But I'd love to expand, continue writing a lot more. I feel like I've kind of scratched the surface with my own music so far a little bit. I have a lot more to write and get out and uncover and develop, and so I look forward to making more albums and continuing to sing and work with as many different kinds of musicians as I can. And I also want to make not just folk singer-songwriter kind of music. I want to make more fusion and other styles too.
Cool.
Well, I can see from your style and from your writing and like that places that have people that will listen to you are very important to you.
They are.
I mean, like listening rooms, like in the music room,
sure.
But also sometimes like wineries and things like that would work for you.
Yeah.
I can't see you in bars at all.
No, yeah.
Sorry, but
He's got the barfly type.
No.
Nah.
I've done it plenty, but when I've played a couple out-of-town shows, specifically Nacogdoches, it was very nice to play the Pine Knot Music Co-op a couple times last year, and everyone listens really well there, and it was really nice to get to go play there.
You mentioned Carville. Have you?
I haven't performed in Carville, but I've been to the festival for the workshop twice.
Well, you need to go to Carville, and you need to perform, and we can hook you up with a bunch of people that are very active with Carville.
And you need to submit some songs. Yeah,
definitely, because you need to be heard. Yeah, you definitely, and that's gonna help you, spring your career forward as well. Let as many people out there hear you as you possibly can.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's important that you have your own style. And if I heard you on the radio, I would know that that was you. And that's really important.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a gift. Definitely. Do you co-write with other people?
Yeah, I have a really good friend, Patrick Tutt. He's out of San Francisco, and we wrote one song so far together. We met at Carville, and we wrote it long distance through text and messaging. And I think it's a great song. We both love the song, and also, coincidentally, in Carville, in my song "I Need You," Patrick and I kind of co-wrote the last verse there after the song was written, so that got added in with Patrick.
Wonderful. That's great. So, if you could play anywhere on the planet, where would it be?
Any venue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Anywhere that the great inspirations of mine have played.
Right.
Let me think. The Troubadour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good.
why not?
Aim high. You can do it, and I expect to see you on there. I do, definitely. So, who would you say is your favorite all-time artist?
That's really hard, but I've been listening to Pink Floyd specifically some of the longest of anyone. And, well, I'll give you a band and an artist. How about that?
That'll
Pink Floyd
work.
is the band, and Xavier Rudd out of Australia is my one of my most favorite artists ever.
Well, you'll have to turn me on to him because I can honestly say I have not heard of him or heard his music.
Yeah, he plays rock. He has didgeridoo. He loops stuff. He has a lot of different albums now, but I've been listening to him since I was young also.
Right.
And so I'm really inspired and amused by him. But Pink Floyd specifically has been very close to me all through the years, since 6th grade or so. So
Yeah.
when I found The Wall in my dad's CDs.
Oh, okay. I think my first experience with Floyd was Dark Side of the Moon, and I loved it. Yeah, and their Animals. Was it Animals? Too?
Animals is my favorite Pink Floyd album.
Yes, I
And
like
I love
Animals
working
too.
out to Animals. It's a great album to run to.
Do you have plans or aspirations of touring?
Yeah, of course. If I get there, I currently teach a few students a week, and I do stagehand work also with the Union in Dallas and Fort Worth. But if I develop and get in touch with that, I definitely am open to that.
Yeah. Europe loves American singer-songwriters and our music, so
Heard
that
all
would be
about it.
something to look forward to doing.
For sure. My brother actually lives in Poland, so I
Really?
should be going there. Either
Well,
way.
you need to get over to Poland. Yes. What is stopping you?
Yeah, I'm on my way tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding. You need to, for sure. That would be great. And knowing somebody there, you could ship your CDs ahead of time. You wouldn't have to declare them, nothing. That's perfect.
That's right.
Well, I think you're going to do great things, Kevin, and I want you to keep after it. And, hopefully we can get you back in here for maybe a song swap concert with somebody and go from there and just watch you grow and enjoy you.
I'm very grateful. Very thankful to be connected and to be here.
Well, we're grateful to have you here. And do you have any more questions? Does anybody in our audience have any questions? Mom and Dad are sitting there like, we already know everything. We don't need to ask anymore.
We didn't talk about Tai Chi.
I think it's great, though, that your parents are as supportive as they are because, not everybody's parents are real big on them,
I'm very lucky
doing
that
this.
they're very supportive, and it is somewhat of a risk and an unknowable future, to take that passion and to try to make something out of it. But
Right.
they're definitely with me all the way, so
Yeah.
I'm
It's
very
interesting.
grateful.
We were talking about it earlier today that there's an interesting sort of circle that comes back around because when I had a band, it was a folk trio,
Uh-huh.
back in the folk days and out of Texarkana, and we actually hosted a hometown hootenanny in Shreveport, Louisiana on KTAL TV.
Oh, neat.
And it was a talent sort of exposure thing. So we would go out and find the up and coming young singer-songwriters, mostly on the folk side.
So are
Yeah.
you claiming that he got his talent from you?
Not necessarily. I wrote maybe 2 songs.
Well,
He's not far better at the songwriting.
Yeah.
What I love is that what you guys do to help, to expose new singer-songwriters and get them.
Oh yeah. Well,
give
we
them that
feel
kind of
very blessed to be able to
culture.
do it and to have them in our home and they all become our friends. So we have a very large group of people that we love and that love us back, and that's can't ask for more than that.
We have an
No, you
In the
can't.
Music Room family.
We do. You're now part of the tribe.
All right.
I'll be glad to show you a video of those K-Tall TV shows, but it was recorded on, what do you call it, Kinescope.
Kinescope.
Yeah, that was the original tape recording.
Oh, okay.
So it was a year or two ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Okay, so I'm have to ask the one last question, because I know that the lovely young ladies that are watching this are probably wondering if he's taken or if he could possibly be single.
Well, I'm definitely single and mostly single.
Yeah. Hear that, ladies? He's cute and he can write and he can play music, and www.inthemusicroom.com. We can hook you up.
Oh dear.
Just kidding. We'll see what we can do. Well, Kevin, it has been our pleasure having you here this evening, and again, we're looking forward to you coming back. And everybody that's listening and tuning in, we thank you so much, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. You are in the music room.